Hello and welcome back to Grind to Learn. Right, so we last left off with grabbing that military barrack and got itself some good old rockets. A total of 34 it looks like, which is great, and some uranium. I think that was from the light, or not light, the small sabos. But it's time to kind of build up the rover a little bit. Maybe attack that salvage yard if I could find it. Not exactly sure where it is, but we gotta figure out how to do that. So let's get started. Alright, so the SPRT salvage yard was like close to 16 away where we were before, so I probably won't be able to find it unless I get closer to it in terms of where I was previously, which I don't even remember. So that's a bummer. But there is a watchtower we can go towards. But I do want to update the rover a little bit. Either give it some more space or... Now I'm thinking about getting rid of that one battery because I think we could make another survival kit. So if we could make at least 3 of these things, which I think we have silver now. Yep, we do. We can make a survival kit. Oh, nope. We were short 1. So that's a bummer. Well, we have silver here, so I'm not sure. I think we need a lot more. No, we require 33. So why can't you make it? Oh no, requires 6.67. Sorry. Alright, that's fine. Where can we find silver? Reactor components, which we do have, and we probably got scrap maybe 4 of these in order to get enough silver for it. And now this is going to be important because I could then respawn on my rover if things were to go wrong. But where we put it is another question. It's going to make the rover a lot bigger and everything like that too. But eventually we do need a truck and also a rover. So maybe we deal with this first. I mean, this thing doesn't give us a lot of room. I mean, we have this connector here, which I kind of don't need for now. And let's bring this thing a little bit on the outside for the time being so we can see with the lights. Okay, so it's a nice little rover, but it needs more space. We could tack on 3 more of these mobile modular cargo containers. So slap on 1 here and 1 here. Or we slap 1 on top, which has a port, I believe. It should, because I remember we left it open like that on purpose. Yep, there's a big old port down here, actually. But is there a big old port towards the bottom? Yeah, so we can slap it on top if we want to do it. It makes it a little bit on the top-heavy side. But the rover would then be a bit longer. So it's definitely a possibility we could try, but in order to do that, we're gonna have to move the wheels all over again. So that's gonna be a bit of a pain. So we're just gonna do, I guess, the height offsets on exactly as we need it, as high as possible, but we can't put a block here. So we might have to lift this thing up just ever so slightly in order to make it work. Yeah, it's becoming a bit of a pain, but either way, even with that done, we still need another spot for the survival kit, which I'm assuming this side's probably our best bet. So we might have to just get rid of 1. So I'm gonna go for a recharge on this side and have this one discharge so I can get all the battery on one side, and then we'll probably just dismantle this side and put in the survival kit if anything. I think it's the same size, right? It's a little bit bigger actually. So I mean, it could be right back here with the cargo containers. That's also an idea. It's gonna make it much longer than it should be though. But we could use another set of wheels if anything, potentially. I guess that could work. So let's just do that really quickly. All right, so I'm thinking we're gonna go with the put batteries and flip it type of deal here, just to get some more space on one side. So we just do that. Actually, we just plop on this one there and take out this one. So, I mean, we could change where the batteries are instead. That's also a possibility, right? So we could have the survival kit kind of linked into it and then towards the front. But where we're going to put the batteries, that's a bit of a issue. So I don't know, because putting a survival kit in towards the back may not be the smartest thing to do. I mean, if we put it in this way, it might be a little too long, right? Yeah, it's gonna stick out a little bit, so that's not gonna work out. Rather have it in the middle than out here, but what can we do? We could just add, I guess we could just add it back here. Why not? Just add it back here. And then we'll just add a ton more spacings here. And we may need either another set of wheels, potentially. I guess another set would be fine. And we can put it towards this side here. Towards the end or in the middle? I think towards the end is better spacing. Yeah, I guess that will kind of do it for now. And we'll leave it as that. I think we do... Alright, perfect. So it's going to be a bit of a longer vehicle, which is fine. Probably better go that route anyways. But then we're going to make the top a little bit on the top heavy side. So how well is that going to work out when we drive this thing? I hope it doesn't become too heavy top side. But we do have extra wheels towards this end now anyway, so we should be okay. But at this rate, it feels like we might as well have the large cargo container instead. This carries 10. The large cargo should be about 15. So not too big of a difference. So we could just add this here, right? The port's in there. Yep, it's aligned. So we could do that. All right. So that is a double decker. It is, ooh, it's a little scary because it's looking like on the heavier side of things. But it's fine, I think. I hope, at least. It's more about once we fill it up with mats, that's when we'll see how bad it's gonna be. Which hopefully it won't be too bad, to be honest. And is it going to be a little too top heavy? Potentially. So I don't know. Should we even go this route? This is basically making this into a mini truck, which I probably shouldn't do. But it looks like I could also add a medium cargo container here as well if we really want to go that route, just to get some more space. I know the survival kit carries a little bit of space too, so we could just go with this route. I mean, we could just make the base a little bit wider, if anything. It becomes too much trouble, but I think we should be okay. I think as long as we're careful. When a medium cargo container is so little, it's only 3.3 worth of liters, so that's not really worth it. Just adding some of the finishing touches on the design here. Oh, I can make it up like that. Okay, perfect. So I can just easily do this and this. Oop. All right, shouldn't really design the top too much because we can't see it anyways. I'm gonna bring it down here, and I think the computer for the survival kit's gonna be right in the middle somewhere, so I'm gonna kind of space it out a little bit. So let me get this thing fixed up first before we move forward with it. And perfect, we have a survival kit. All right, that is what we needed. And we'll just design around it for now. And this is going to make the, not salvaging part, the looting part a little bit easier. Although we want to start salvaging quite soon, I would assume. Because we do need a lot of like steel plates, I believe. We've been kind of producing our own for the time being, but we should really just scrap all those things that has been around. But we have to do it all by hand because we don't have a grinder. Okay, that's looking good. And I just gotta add a wheel on this side. Or I think I need to add some kind of connection point here as well. So I guess we just go with the same design there, but here becomes an issue. Where we just do that instead. All right, so now with that said, we didn't necessarily need to do this with the batteries because I think we're gonna keep it, but it's fine. I hope we just don't lose one battery versus the other now. Now we need a gyroscope so we can protect ourselves when driving this thing since it's a little bit on the taller side. There's a chance that it's tall enough for a connector up top too. For the economy base, I mean, that could be something we could do, maybe. Right. Can I even add a wheel now on here? I could, technically. Alright, I think we're good. So let's just check everything out. Everything's emptied. We have a grinder. We have a welder. Do we have a higher level grinder? Grinder. We don't seem to have a higher level grinder. I don't know if that weather's gonna kill us or not, but grinder level proficient needs silver, which we kind of have. This needs platinum and silicon, which I think we have. So we could do a level 3 grinder and welder, I believe. Looks like we leveled up. Alright, so this storm may be the death of me, but we can kind of avoid that in a second. We could get the rocket launcher. We should probably have more than one rocket launcher. Oh, we do have more than one rocket launcher. And we have a bunch of ammo. So we can store this ammo in here. Or rockets in here. And keep one rockets as backup. And I guess we'll grab the rest of the rockets just in case. But it is going to make it quite heavy. Which is fine. We probably don't need that much rockets. Although we should probably have it. But level up our grinder and welder. Perfect. So we now have the speed of things. Do we need anything else? I don't think so. We could tack on a turret on this thing too if you really want to go that route, but I'm afraid a turret is going to get targeted pretty quickly. So a turret, we have missiles and turrets, and I don't think we'd do interior turrets on a small grid. Yeah, you can't do that. But we do have Gatling turrets and Gatling turrets, which would be interesting to put it like this. where it has the small port this way and just throw it right there. It looks like a pair of wings. I was hoping to do it this way. If I do it this way, I mean, it could work, except the fact that I need to do a converter. Should I do it that way? It'll be good to have it battle ready, but do I need this one to be battle ready? Not necessarily. Because I highly doubt I'm going to ride in 30 meters per second or 20 meters per second and try to hit up a base. That just seems like a bad idea, but I don't know. I'm kind of tempted to do it, to be honest. And to do that, I'm going to have to scrap this off right here in order to do that. Was it huge if I were to put one in here? Yeah, I'll be out here. It'll be like this. Which isn't terrible. It's making it look really heavy on that side. Don't know if this is going to be a good idea. All right, so I should have probably tested it out to see if I can move the ammo from one end to the other before I did that. I don't even have any Gatling ammo, so how's that gonna work? All right, we'll see if we can make 10 to 20 of them. That should be okay. Let me just grab a few, or a couple in this case, and see if this is gonna work out. So if I threw it, let's just say back here, can I get into the turret? So it would go in here. Oh, okay. It does work. So we carry a little bit of ammo for this thing, if anything. And luckily we have that magnesium for this. So we can make a few good amounts of ammo. Yep, we're here. A good chunk of magnesium, actually. So that's really, really good. I think an autocannon would have been great too, but we don't have an autocannon. Not yet, at least. Gonna wait to learn that. Okay, I'm gonna upgrade and go for M20 rifle instead, but I do have a rocket, so I'm gonna throw a rocket in here. And throw in the rest of the ammo in here, if anything. Turrets are at 600. Idle movement, we could turn that off. We could target everything if necessary, and that should be good. I mean, how far can we detect things with this? Not that far, I hope. No, not that far, so I don't think I need an AI block or anything like that, did I? Do I? Probably not. But would it help to detect things if we do the AI block? Or the defense block? I mean, it doesn't hurt to add it if we have the small version. And I do wish I had an actual sealed cockpit on here, but I don't. I'm going to throw in the defensive thing right here. So what I would have to do is basically adjust that just in case. So enemies, and we're going to do weapons. I think that's it. So we'll turn on AI behavior whenever we need to. So where's that? Right here, on off button here. We'll turn it on. And that'll help us detect things. All right, so this thing is very top heavy looking like thing. Such a tiny rover for what it needs to really be. So let's get moving with this and see how well we can drive this. We're going to head over to the watchtower. I should have marked where we were when we got the military barrack, because now I cannot even see exactly where it is. It's not marked at all, because I did take it over as well. So I'm gonna have to travel close to, I think, the delivery point. That's where it was, potentially. Actually, no, it wasn't, because I went to a search marker somewhere. So yeah, I'm probably never going to be able to find it again, which is unfortunate. But all right, so this thing is looking okay. Okay, so the turret's on the side. I mean, it helps to protect us, but it really doesn't help, because if it gets shot at, guess what? Our cargo is going to go as well. So that's going to be a problem down the road. So I may have to disregard having the turrets there, but I mean, it's still helpful against drones if it does happen and it's going to come near us. So it's going to help us defend against that at least, or at the very least. So we don't have to worry about too much about being attacked at a far distance. We just have a bit of defense on us. Alright, so military watchtower is also in neutral. So should be fairly easy to get. And we just gotta get close and disarm the turrets and things like that. So let's get going and travel the 3 kilometers that's left. All right, I could kind of see the watchtower. Oop. Wow, activity detected so far. 2 kilometers. Wow. I mean, it is a watchtower, so I guess it makes sense. It must have an AI defense block as well, because right around 2K is when it marked me. Although there's still a lot of humps, but once I hit over a hump like this, I might be able to see it. And I hope there's no artillery fire coming at us. Okay, so it's looking... Ooh, I don't want to go sideways here. It's looking kind of decent. Let's kind of chill here at 1K mark for now, and then we could kind of dive down. But what I want to do now, since I have a Gatling turret, I don't know which is left or right. I should have marked them. We could do control here. And kind of see where we are. Right, this doesn't really help. So left and right work. So that right there looks very much like a turret. And that right there too, potentially. And interior turret there. So lots of turrets here. So this is not going to go well if it activates once I get close. So I may be able to get underneath it here. On these humps, I hope. Let's see what happens when we get a little close. Yeah, there's a nice little hump here. Is there more humps after the fact? I don't think so. There is a nice spot on the other side. But we are close and we're not getting shot at. So that's a good thing. But I'm pretty sure once we get really, really close, it's going to be an issue. So I'm going to kind of hide the rover on this underside here. As close as possible. So it looks like right around here is a good spot. So if it does target, we're not going to get shot at. And then we're 200 meters away. So we could hang here. And I can grab some rockets. Although I'm not sure what kind of rockets we're loading here, because a rocket is that size. So, if we get close, is it going to shoot us? No. But how close can we get before it starts targeting? There's one there, there's one here. So if I get in a good perimeter, it might not shoot us. But I could shoot both of them right over here without any issues. But is there any other interior turrets or anything like that? I'm not quite sure. So I might want to just take this out like this and then shoot the other one. Yep, so I started shooting now. So you gotta be careful here. Right, that one's down. I don't think I took that one down. Nope, I did not. Completely missed. Alright, let's get another round of rockets. I'm gonna flank this way. I'm gonna have to see where that turret is. Really quick. Okay, saw us, so I'm gonna have to like go around. There's an interior turret towards the bottom that's shooting us. I could wait for it to stop shooting and waste all this ammo, but that's pointless. Oh, it's right inside the window. I'm gonna wait for a reload. Reload? Are you gonna reload? Come on. There's no way you're not reloading. Okay, it's not reloading. That is insane. Alright, we're gonna get off of it. It's targeting and try to charge at it. And that did not hit it. Alright, we're gonna try again. Nope, that did not hit it also. Ooh, something blew up. That's not good. Something went kaboom. Yikes. In the clear. Ooh, we're not in the clear. Ow, 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 ow. There's another one right in this vicinity. Okay. that hurt a little bit. Let's get on the cautious side here. I'm pretty sure I'm blowing things up that I need. Which is fine. Because I'd rather deal with these turrets like this than getting close to it and kind of get ourselves killed. So it's right in this window, right? Whoa. Did that just like go through? This just went right through. Where's this turret? Alright, I'm not seeing this turret. There. That didn't exactly hit it. Jeez. This one's a toughie. Oh. And that's why we have a survival kit by the rover. Alright, the bad thing about this is that we are wasting a lot of rockets just for one base. Where's this turret? Alright, I think I took it out. Alright, we should be good. Get close, we're gonna find more, I'm pretty sure. Should have made a binocular, actually. I was flaming up so I could see a little bit better this way. I'm pretty sure there's other turrets somewhere, so I gotta be very careful here. Are we looking good? Alright, cool. I don't know what we blew up, but could be something kind of important. Oop. Bring defenses online. It's a little late, no? I think we're okay. I'm pretty sure if I climb up, I'm gonna see a turret. That's gonna be fun. Yeah. Let's hope for the best here. Alright, no turret. Alright, good. I think we're okay. The alarm came off. So that tells me that maybe there is no more turrets. We'll claim this. There's incomplete turrets. Okay, so I think we're okay. Yeah, we took out the interior turrets and stuff. But what did we blow up? We would never know. So the interior turrets were probably in this vicinity here. Yeah, it's probably in here. Oh, looks like that's the interior turret. So just sitting in here, basically. I don't even know why I'm welding this up, but we'll grab the ammo just in case. Looks like we climb up. So this is a pretty interesting base. The military watchtower. So I hope it has a lot of ammo here. Alright, we're at the top. It's got the control block, which is nice to have. What's in here? Credits. Nice. And then there's a locker here that we can take over. Some power cell kits. And then that's pretty much it up here. That's an interesting design to have that there. Alright, nothing up there is important. Okay, so all the cargo looks to be over there, which luckily I didn't hit. Just luckily, I guess. Broadcast controller, you can be taken over. What's these buttons do? Doesn't say. What's in these barrels? Ammo, autocannons, assault cannons, and things like that. So we just throw them all into a cargo container of our choice. More rockets. Okay, so that kind of helps. That saves us or replenishes what we used. Well, I think we use a lot more than we spent. What's these? These are assault cannons, which we don't have turrets yet. Assault turrets. We'll throw that in there. Anything good in here? Uranium. We hit the jackpot with the uranium. Oh, there's a blueprint. What is this? All right, what's this blueprint? Armor blocks. Tons of armor blocks. Which we already know, so doesn't matter. We'll just do that anyways. All right, we got silicon, ooh, platinum, uranium, iron, gold, more magnesium. That's good. I hope we can bring all that back. We have a locker somewhere. There's a connector here. Nothing good. All right, so not sure where that locker is. Gonna be down here. Oh wow. I did not expect to see all this down here, to be honest. Ooh. Twin tail shiv is after us. Oh geez. Was not expecting that to happen. That is not good. That is not good. Our rover might be in trouble. Alright, that was a bad shot. Is our rover in trouble? Ooh, look what we got. Atmospheric thruster and a gyroscope. This is a good one. And a reactor. Alright, I need to take this one out because it's going to roll away. Alright, perfect. That worked out. But how bad's our rover? And luckily we added those turrets. Our rover is in trouble, but I think we can repair it. Yikes. Yeah, we could repair this, I believe. Looks like our top one is broken, but we do have a gyroscope now, so I'm okay with that. Nice, we can fix that. No problem. All right, perfect. Luckily, we have the match for this, and I think we're good here. I don't know if any more will spawn. There's a chance they could. I hope not. There's another one coming. That's not good. So something needs to go on there. That's the other one. Alright, luckily we have these Gatlins here. We are shooting the weapons, so that just crash landed. We'll just do some finishing touches there with our rocket. For no apparent reasons. What we got here? Air. Ooh, calm down, calm down, calm down. What are we shooting at? Alright, I think we need to take out an antenna so it can stop spawning these drones. So we should go ahead and do that first. Because we might run out of ammo shortly. Okay, I think everything's on this side. So we're just going to take out, well, that and also this beacon. And I think we should be okay. Yeah. Should be okay. Keyword. Oh, geez. There's another level here. What you got for me? Plain cola. Nothing in the bed. Got a shower. Got a bathroom. Got a nice little quarters here. Captain's desk. Anything in here? You got a cost.
I once wanted a conflict, thought I'd be rich, but now that it's here, I can't help but feel like a monster. This has to stop.
Okay. Sure. Alright, let's just get out of this spot really quick. Get our rover. Bring everything over. I kind of want to put these turrets on. I think we don't need to. Would be interesting. We should have turned them on so then the shivs could get shot by it, but I have to rebuild it, which I needed my rover. Which I didn't bring over. Okay, so we can finish scrapping that one right over there and then go for the one next to me. I mean, should have enough room for all the scrap, I believe. Let's grab this one first. I kind of scrapped a lot too by mistake. Kind of panicking, so got a lot of scrap out of it. We'll just park it right next to the little pothole that I created. And tons of scrap, which we could utilize. It's fine. See some metal grids and everything like that too, so that works out okay. More scrap than anything else. Alright, definitely now no longer needing a truck. Because now I can make a ship that's going to have cargo carriage. So that's going to speed up salvaging, especially if we're not going to start, we're not going to start digging. Oh, you did not need to shoot that. What is that? Hold on, my turrets are kind of off here, aren't they? Oh wait, I didn't say shoot weapons for this thing, did I? That's why. Well, I guess that's a good thing too, because it shot down the drones and the power source and the thrusters instead of just the weapons. Then that means it was just going to be flying around. And now that we can make a reactor, we should be able to have atmosphere thrusters for days. Hopefully. Well, actually, since we have atmosphere thrusters, we no longer really need to go to that distress signal for a chance for thrusters. But we do need a hydrogen tank, though. So that might be a possibility to get if we do go there. Let's park this here first. Check out what's in here, because we did go to lowest level at one point, but we didn't check inside, or wasn't able to at least. So let's go ahead and do that. I think we could just grind this down and look. I wasn't here, was it? It was here. Yeah, it was here. The passage. Interesting. Okay. I got myself a little bit of a ramp here. Right, this is the armory that I was looking at. An O2 H2 generator, so should have some ice. Ooh, we got an O2. Oh, we got a hydrogen tank. I thought this was oxygen tank. It's not. It's a hydrogen tank. So that works out. Got some med kits there. Or medical components, actually. So can I transfer this to the top? Actually, you know what? We don't need to transfer to the top. We should transfer it down here, actually. So if it's all connected, it's not. Great. I was hoping it was, so I can just move things here. We'll figure that out later. I don't know how much hydrogen is in here. It looks like nothing. Because it's in the red. It looks like I'm going to have to take it out like this, though.
Inventory full.
Now we got a hydrogen tank. So we're pretty much ready to get off the planet, if anything. So that works out. It's just that we just got to build a proper ship and get our tanks up and running. Can we make a large tank now? Yes, we can. Well, we still need to fill it up with ice and everything like that, or hydrogen. So that's going to be a little more difficult to do. Because we don't have that much ice. I have 2K worth of ice here, so that works out. So we could shift that over here, if anything. We got some oxygen and hydrogen bottles too, but I can't carry them. I can't even move. I can't carry them at all. It's because of the no suit issue, right? Yeah, I think that's the no suit problem. I have all this for no apparent reason. I'm just drop. Ooh, got some nice weaponry here. I could probably switch to that rifle instead, but surprised I can't even carry this at all, but that's fine. Okay, so the takeover is pretty much done. I don't know why there's no connection here to the cargoes out there, unless this was the connection point right here. Probably was. Okay, so I'm gonna stick this here. Alright, so that's connected there to there. I think we should be able to move everything else now. I think. So we're in cargo 4, so this can go here. Nope. Okay, so we need to find the connection point to reach up there. Ah, it's reaching to the connector only. So that's why that's not doing anything. If we don't necessarily need the connector, but now I just created a mess here. We just do a junction here, if anything. So this is now all connected. We could go on cargo 4 now and just dump everything in there. Oh, there's a kitchen that has stuff. Throw everything we can into cargo 4. And 3 should be okay. Perfect. So everything's in there except for the Gatling ammo and that one cosmic coffee, which we don't need. It should be fine. So these could go. Nope. This should go. Alright, yikes. We are completely full now. So that's great. So that means we take what we need. Scrap is gonna have to go. That just takes up a lot of space for no apparent reason. What else that's not important would probably be a whole bunch of steel plate for now. Or even large steel tubes. I think, yeah, that's the route we're going to have to take here. Because, again, we don't have enough space. And I don't really feel like putting a large cargo container on this thing, too. Because it'll be extra, extra heavy. But we could even probably build a ship right now if we really wanted to. But I think it'd be best to head home and grab everything that we can. And load it up and start to see what we need. Could be another possibility. But, alright, so that's everything that we could use. Let me grab some more. Inventory. Not the scrap. The scrap is just, let's just throw the scrap in there for now. Or throw everything in here for now also. Because we could always come back and get it. Is there anything here that we could utilize? No. I mean, the batteries could help us charge up if anything. But everything else we have. I don't know if we have a bathroom. I mean, we don't really need it, but that's something we might not have, right? We do have a bathroom. Perfect. So that works out. There's a shower also. So we're completely full. We could turn this into a ship if we really, really wanted to at this very moment. Because we do have atmospheric thrusters now. All different kinds. But I feel like if we could make somewhat of a large grid atmospheric ship, that may be more beneficial. It's going to require a lot of metal grids, but I think we have more than enough for that. I'm not sure how this is going to go. Do we make a ship worthy of space as we're salvaging? Or do we just make a ship for gathering? I don't know yet. But I kind of want to make a large ship only for the large cargo container so I could put everything in there. And fly it back. I don't really care to make a small ship to do cargo transfer or freight transfers. But, I mean, time will tell what we decide to do. But for now, yeah, we're a little teeter-totter here. For now, we should head back to base. Unload and then see what we need to do from there. Again, yeah, we are very heavy here. And there's so much more planetary encounters to really attack or hit up so we can get some more ammo and everything like that. I mean, more or less, if we're not drilling for ice or if we could even find ice, is one thing. Then we get out of the planet. We could still get out of the planet with what we got because we could do maybe a 2-stage thruster. So atmosphere thrusters at a certain point and then hydrogen thrusters at the very end, and then maybe even three stages and some ion thrusters. So that would make it more difficult to get out into space because we are also in Pertam, so it's heavier in terms of gravity. So who knows how that's going to really work. Atmosphere thrusters cut off pretty early anyways. Unless we get really high up in the mountains. Well, that'll cut off even quicker, to be honest. Alright, we're back home. Luckily, this rover worked out. Not as top heavy as I thought. We have a fairly wide enough base. It could be wider, obviously, but we have a fairly wide enough base. I don't think we can fit in here anymore, can we? It just might scratch the top. Nope, we cannot fit in here. No, that's a little unfortunate here. And that makes it a little bit harder to transfer stuff. Although we could just stick our head in like we just did before. I think we could have fit. Well, we could fit. We lower the height offset, maybe. Do we want to do that? I guess we can. Let's see. The wheels. Height offset. We'll just lower it. Right over there. And oop, we could fit. We just gotta steer it a little bit better so the turrets could go in. All right, perfect. That actually kind of worked out. But now we're kind of wedged in here. So the only problem I see with this though is that once my suspensions go up again, because I'm going to make it lighter by emptying out this thing, it's going to be a problem. So I'm going to do height offset towards the floor for now. And okay, that might be a really bad idea. So I'm going to see if I can park this thing outside. Yeah, I kind of don't want it to scratch the top. Because, yeah, once the suspension goes regular, we're going to have issues. All right, so we scored a good amount of ammo here and got back our rockets, actually. I think we had about 32 at one point in time, and now we got 36. That works out. We unload everything else here. And originally I was trying to look at a mod where it's like a no suit and you get the suit as you upgrade. Didn't really work. So I guess the only other way to get a suit in this type of quote-unquote scenario is to make a medical room. So we could do that. I mean, again, we just need 7 more of these bad boys, which I think we should be able to make because we do have reactor components that we can make for silver and also gravity components that we have. Yeah, so we can make 7 more and then we get a suit going. So we don't have to do it now, but we could get one going relatively soon. The suit would help with the weather too. So maybe that is a route we should take. I did wish we have a grinder and everything like that, so I could use a drone to go salvage everything instead of having to go myself and do hand grinding. But we do have the level 3 grinder, so it's not as bad. But here is our score. We do have a decent amount of steel plates for a ship. Not a lot. Yeah, definitely not a lot. We do have a little bit of prototech stuff as well, which we'll never be able to make. But in terms of, let's see, ice, I have 2K here, another 3K here, and nothing there. So if we made a hydrogen tank somewhere, maybe it'd be outside. Like even on against this large cargo container. So let's see, a nice hydrogen tank. I could do a large one for now. We're still waiting on the oxygen tank. This may or may not work. Okay, that kind of works. Okay. It's on the ground. Okay. Yeah, that could work. So now we got to throw in the O2H2s. There you go. That should give us the hydrogen that we need. Again, so that we said there's about 5K of hydrogen. I don't know how much that's going to produce in terms of hydrogen. So maybe a good percent. And then we can use this to reload a new tank for the ship. And I mean, this could be the ship tower or the rocket tower. It doesn't necessarily have to be a ship or rocket shuttle type of thing. Well, it probably needs to be. Again, it's going to be a proper ship, not a tiny ship. I mean, I could just get into space with a small grid ship, to be honest, but That's not going to be fun. So we're going to have to try to salvage and get more parts. And, you know, play around with some planetary encounters, which we still have a bunch around. But we do need to get rid of the ones that are nearby, because I think that's preventing us from spawning new ones, to be honest. But it's always fun to venture off and see new bases as well. But yeah, an oxygen tank is what's stopping us right this moment too. Although we could use an O2 generator on an air vent in a closed environment, that should be okay. But again, we are going to get a suit too with the medical bay or room. So there's also that. But I think today was a success. Atmospheric thrusters, a reactor. We're pretty set now. Except that we need to do some more salvaging. So next up, we're going to have to make the ship. I'll probably sketch it out and see. Hopefully, maybe I can sketch it out and see what kind of design I'm going for in total. Like the bridge body, cockpit body, and also the O2H2 body of it as well. So that's going to come up relatively soon. And it looks like the series may or may not end in the next few episodes, to be honest. It looks like it's heading that way because we pretty much learned what we need to learn. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Drop a comment down below, even to just say hi. And of course, we just enabled memberships, so feel free to join and support the channel on a monthly basis. And of course, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.